Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to bring you guys along for a fun little DIY video. So I'm going to show you guys kind of some scrapbooking pages. We're going to walk through me doing a couple of pages for a scrapbook, and then I'm also going to be experimenting with some resin keychains in this video. So just a fun little DIY video. I hope you guys are interested, and if you are, then just keep watching. Hey guys, okay, so we're sitting on the floor by my bookshelf because this is where a lot of my paper is at for my scrapbooking. I have like a little thing over here which has some other paper, but for what we're doing today, this is where the majority of it is. So I thought I would show you guys kind of how I go about planning out my scrapbook and what I like to do. Now, normally it helps if you have like a theme of some sort, whether it's like, you know, fall, Halloween, wedding, whatever, because then it's kind of like easier to formulate your pages and how you want to set it up. So for today, what we're going to be doing is one of my wedding showers, which was actually Harry Potter themed. So here I printed out a bunch of pictures, and then this is some of the stuff that's left over. So I don't know if I'll use it all or what, but I just wanted to grab it. So this is like a little sign that was on the food, and then these are like little, I don't even know what you would call them. It's wishes for the couple. So I thought maybe it would be fun if if there's a couple that really stand out to me, including those on here. I don't really know yet. And then this is a sign my mom printed out. It says, please put your cards and gifts here. We'll sort them out later, with the cute little sorting hat. And then this is a sorting hat, so it has all the different houses. And this was put for decoration. And then I ordered some Harry Potter stuff on scrapbook.com because I couldn't help myself. So I got this cool, it's like Slytherin on this side, and just the logo on this side. And then this one is just got like random Harry Potter stuff. This one has all the letters that he gets in the first one. And then this one is like supposed to look like the Daily Prophet, so the newspaper. And then I got 3 different sets of stickers to use, which this is what I'm mainly excited about. And then I just have this like little Harry Potter washi tape. I don't even know like when I've had this, but the first thing I like to do normally is I'm gonna organize my pictures and kind of categorize them. And then from there, we'll kind of like lay out a page or 2 in our heads, and then we'll get to putting them in there. I don't know yet how I'm gonna use these big pages. I don't have an idea yet. I'm a little bit unsure because I started looking at them. They're a little bit busy, so I don't know if I'm going to cut them and use them as a background onto like a solid color, or if I'll put the pictures directly onto here. Not too sure on them. Obviously, they also are all double-sided, so they have like a more solid color on the back you could use if you wanted. And then in here I have all my solid, and then this is my smaller ones. So sometimes usually what I'll also do is pull out things that I think are good to like, for this, since the colors for Harry Potter are this blue, red, green, and yellow, I went ahead and tried to pull what I had, anything that was like blue, red, yellow. And when I did that, I pulled just like, you know, the random solid color pieces, but then I found, I don't know if you'll be able to see because the camera's a little bit far away, but I found those same colors in like a little glittery texture, so hopefully you can see that. So I think these will be really fun to use as well. And then usually I'll just pull like some neutral colors because those are good backgrounds. So that is what we're gonna do. But the first thing I like to do is organize the pictures and kind of get that visualized in my head, kind of what I want to do, like how I want to organize them on pages, and then we'll go and pick out paper and go from there. So let's go ahead and organize the pictures. Okay, so I went ahead and organized them into different like little categories. So these are pictures of us opening presents along with this little paper. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but they just kind of go with it. These are all like the more formal pictures of everyone posing, my stepdad being a dork. As always, I don't know if you guys have seen the the one from Prisoner of Azkaban, but that's what he's trying to do. It's just hilarious. And, you know, just like the family photos. And then let's see, over here are like the more decoration ones. So this was how like the little card and gift table was set up. This was like the entrance table with the decorations, the cake, you know, so that's just like the more formal pictures. And then here are like 2 actual pictures of me and Jacob together smiling. Normally what I like to do is I'll probably use these and make like a nice page out of that, because, you know, they're like post pictures of us smiling with like the decorations and stuff. So that's probably what I'll do with those, with one of those pages, and just kind of leave it. Normally when I'm doing this, I like to have one that's just, you know, more formal, I guess. And then these are ones I found with the sorting hat. So there's my grandma, my sister, me and my sister. So I think it'll be fun to do like a page of those. These, like I said, are that. And then these are just all of the different like food things my mom made. And then this was how the table was set up. So like if you look here, you could see the Avada Kedavra, which is what this one is, I believe, that I just kept. So with that being said, we'll probably pick one to start with. I'm debating if I want to start with this one or this one. And normally what I'll do is I'll just play around with the paper and kind of formulate an idea for how I might want to make it look. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of play around, see what I like and what I don't like. I'm thinking for this one, I think they'll be too busy to do here, but since I want to do like a big page, thinking we'll just do those 2 here, and then maybe we'll do a black background to kind of make them pop. So what I'll do is I'll look through here for some black. Brown might even look good as well. And just kind of layer them. I think that also adds some really nice dimension. Okay, and then now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like placing, like looking to see if any of these stickers might look good. I'm a little bit hesitant on adding stickers just because this is such a busy background. So I'm a little bit struggling here because I feel like this looks good, but I feel like it just needs one more picture or one more thing right here. I think it's a little bit, I'm gonna say plain, but that's the best way to describe it. And I think adding washi tape is a little bit busy. I might play around and look in through here and see if I want to add any of these, maybe. Okay, so I think I like the look of possibly adding one of these in here and then layering it. I hope you guys can see this. And then I'll obviously trim this down here, as well as I might trim up some of these pictures as well. So I think this is a good base for this page. So I'm going to put it off to the side, and then we'll try and figure out a plan for this page, and then I'll show you guys me kind of assembling it, cutting it and stuff, but I want to get a couple ready to go for that. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the sorting hat page, and I'm kind of excited for this one because I think this one has the potential to look really, really cute. So I already know I'm going to trim this out, and I'm just going to have, if you can see where it's dark and then light. So I know I'm going to do that for sure. And then on these pictures, I'll like trim off, you know, some of this to make it a little bit smaller so it'll fit better. So in my head, I was thinking it might be fun, since this is obviously like the sorting hat page, it would be good to, you know, include the different colors. So we've got the red, the blue, and the green. The only thing is there's only 3 pictures, so I don't quite know. So we're gonna maybe just play around and see if there's something that kind of sticks out to me. So I'm grabbing just a plain white sheet of cardstock here. We'll lay this down as the base, and it might be better if I trim this now so I actually know what I have to work with, but I'm a little bit paranoid. So we'll do that. All right, I got her all nice and trimmed up. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We'll take these off. We'll place this here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking it might look like. So obviously I'll trim these down. And then looking here, I will probably add in maybe one of these hats to help add it in. I'm trying to see if there's anything specific to the sorting hat just besides the regular hat. But adding these stickers I think also really helps fill out a page. I might maybe add in these because it's the different house colors. I thought one of these, no, this one because it's the different house colors. Okay, so I don't see anything in here that's really super specific towards the sorting hat besides just possibly adding in these. Maybe we'll do 2 over here and 2 over here. Not too sure yet. I'm also trying to decide if I want to give this maybe like a black background. I'm wondering if I have any black. I don't think I have a ton, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to use it, but I do have like a gray. And then another thing that might be kind of cool is I could also put this on my Slytherin background since I'm a Slytherin, but I don't know if that would really go with it. So this is kind of just the process. You just have to like play around with it until you find something you like. So that gray looks good and it kind of helps bring it off of the paper and elevate it a little bit. So I'm thinking I'll do that. So that's the plan for this for now. I might even add a background to these yet. I'm not sure. We'll just have to play with it, start cutting and placing things and see how it looks. So now that I have a rough idea of what I want this to look like, we're gonna go ahead and probably move to the kitchen island because there's more room to spread out, and I'll show you guys kind of how I like to place this together. Okay, so I went ahead and put everything here. We're gonna start with this page. So the first thing we're gonna do is just glue these onto these little brown backgrounds. This is my little craft table, so it's dirty, but this is the glue that I like to use for pictures. It's not too heavy. And then while it's drying, we'll trim up this. Okay, so and then I'll usually just put something with weight on it to try and help those pictures stick better. So that's just like a big pile of paperwork. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my little thing, my little cutter. And what I like about this is you can line it up with these squares to try and make your cuts even, because I cannot cut in a straight line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut around this little border and get rid of all this white. Okay, I did forget that I have these like little decorative photo corners. So I have them in gold, white, this like brown, and then black. And these are left over from our wedding. So I'm gonna leave these out in case I wanna use some of these. And then I also forgot, a couple years ago, I had a Harry Potter planner and I kept a lot of the stickers for it because these stickers technically aren't like Harry Potter. They're called like witches and wizards, probably for copyright reasons. So it's stuff to look like Harry Potter, but it's not exact. So I have these crest stickers I think will be really good to use on the sorting hat page. And then look at how cute these little mini ones are. Okay, so now that everything has dried, we're gonna bring our paper and now we're gonna start playing with the placement of everything. So I think I have this here, and then we'll kind of layer it a little bit, kind of like this, that, and then maybe like that. And I'll kind of stand back and make sure I like the way it looks, which I do. Obviously we'll have to trim this bottom piece because it's not technically supposed to be there, but I think I like the way it looks. It's a little bit busy, but it's not terrible, it's minimal. So we're gonna go ahead and glue everything down. I'll go ahead and take it off and see how it looks. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Hopefully you can kind of see it okay. One thing I was thinking is I forgot that I had these little snitches from the party, so I might add one there. And then we had like different things from the cup holder, so I might break this Deathly Hallows one off and add it to the bottom and then just kind of be done. I have these little like those little dots. I think a lot of people use these for balloons, and I think that's why my mom used these. So I'm just gonna take one of these and pull it off. Nice and sticky. And then I'm just gonna place it here. And then pull it on. And then I like it that it adds like a little bit of dimension. Oh, you can't see. So it's not like flat, which I think is fun. And we're gonna break this off. I think it was just like super glued on, yeah. And do kind of the same thing. All right, so one page is done. I'm just gonna trim off this little bottom section right here that's not supposed to be cute. Okay, and then I don't have my scrapbook yet, but I do have the little page protector, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. What I like about going this route of using like the page protectors and putting them into the scrapbook is you can change the order in which you have the pages, so it's not like once you start gluing you're committed, because sometimes I don't quite know what order I want to put things in yet, or I change my mind. So I like that this gives me the flexibility to move things around. I do like generally have an idea of how I want this to look, so I think I want like this to be the first page, since it's like nicer pictures of me and Jacob, and then it'll probably go to like the more formal pictures of the decorations, and then, you know, the sorting hat, the present opening, etc., food table, and then end with all the pictures of everybody in front of the little like not signs, but you know, the posed pictures with the family. However, I'm not totally committed to that yet, because I might end up wanting to mix in pictures of the family if there's like too much and I think it's overpowering. So I like this route because I don't have to commit yet and I can change it up if I want to. So there is the first little cute page done. So now we're gonna move on to the sorting hat page. Okay, so I went ahead and glued and cut the pictures, kind of like how I was talking about earlier. And now what I'm doing is trying to decide what stickers I want to use. And I'm torn, not that one, between adding these crests, and my hesitation is I don't know if it's like too similar since they're right there, or adding these, which they're not like a crest, but they go with the colors, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just thinking about this, and I'm just trying to play around with what stickers I think I want to use. Okay, so here's what the finished thing looks like. So I decided to give myself a little sorting hat sticker, and then I added these little things, and then I found these stickers too, so it goes with each house. And then I just added this sticker that says magic happens here, and then I added that because it was like the colors with the little sorting hat sticker. So I think this looks cute. Some people might say it's busy, but this is what I like. I love adding the stickers and making it kind of pop. So those are my first two pages, and that's probably where I'm gonna stop for today. And let me know if you guys are interested in seeing me do any more pages, and I'd be happy to show you guys how I'm gonna plan those out as well. Okay, so I went ahead and set out my placemats, and then I've got this roughly cleaned off. So what we're gonna be doing today is, my mom had these like colored sprinkle set that were about to expire. So she gave them to me because I had the idea of using them to make some keychains. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I don't exactly know what the best way to be doing this yet is, so we're gonna experiment on a couple. But I have this just white, I have some glitter, and then I have my resin over here. So we could also do a clear. And then I also have these two glitters here that we're gonna try. So with that being said, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put some gloves on, and we're gonna put a mask on, because safety first, because this stuff can be toxic. Or not toxic, I don't know if that's the right word, but it can be dangerous to inhale. So we're putting gloves on, which is what you hear in the background. And then I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my resin and start mixing it. You need to mix it for approximately like, I think like 3 to 4-ish minutes. So I'm gonna do that first, and then we're gonna pour it into a couple of different containers, and then I'll kind of give you more of a like rundown with what I'm doing then. But first, let's go ahead and mix it. Okay, so I went ahead and mixed everything, and now we're just gonna start with an egg. And the way I want to try this first is we're gonna do a very, very thin layer of the clear, and then I'm gonna blow out the bubbles with a lighter, and then we're gonna layer with the sprinkle mix, put the bubbles out, and then put another layer of clear. So that's the first method that we're gonna try and see how it looks, okay? Okay, and I'm doing a very, very thin layer, like I said, not a whole lot. Take the lighter, blow out any of the bubbles that I see to pop, try and help. Now, this is also a new resin. I haven't used this one much before. I'm still trying to play with it, so it might not be the best. I don't know yet. And then I noticed it's not all the way in the corner, so I'm going to pour just a tad more to get it in the corners. Alright. And here's my sprinkles. Take them out. I'm going to just start with like a little pinch and kind of just place them in here. They're definitely getting all over, it's alright. Definitely probably a better way to do this, but just kind of push these in there, that one in there, stick. Alright, so there's the first. Now we're gonna layer it with another layer of clear. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is going to turn out. I'm just doing this for experimentation purposes. Okay, now we're going to take this, do another layer, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push these sprinkles in to make sure they're all the way in. We don't want any of them not being fully in the resin, and then you can also move them around a little bit if you want to. So I'm kind of like trying to make sure they're a little bit separate. They're not like all bunched like you can see over here. Push them all in. Okay. Take this one more time. Okay, so that's the first way. Now the second way I'm going to try is I think I'm going to do it with some white. Actually, I'm going to put it in the clear, and then I'm going to put the sprinkles directly into the resin. Put it there, and then we'll try the white. So since I already have it mixed, I'm just going to move some white into one of my little cups that I'm using, which is right here. Just going to pour some in. Hopefully this is enough. We'll start with this. Can you see it? Focus. There we go. And then I'm going to put the resin into here. I mean the sprinkles into here. Like that. Mix it together, and I'm going to pour it. We're going to put this one in the L. Already starting to think I'm using too many sprinkles, but it's alright. This is why we practice. This is kind of just the experimentation process. You know, move them around. The other hard part is you're doing this upside down, so you don't know what it's going to look like from the front yet. Alright. I'm trying to just get any of the like clear resin that's left to layer. There's that one. And then we're going to take our little handy dandy lighter again to blow out any bubbles. I already don't think I like this resin. I think it's a little bit too bubbly. But now we're going to pour some of the clear into another thing, and we're going to add white. Okay, so now I've got this white all mixed up. I think what I want to do is maybe trying to decide if I want to do like a clear layer and then the white, or put it directly into the white. I think I'm going to try starting with just the clear, and we're going to do another smaller letter. Let's see if I can move it over here. We're gonna do this little eye all the way over here because it's small. Okay, so here's a super thin, clear layer. And we're gonna do less sprinkles this time. Just do like that many. Then we're gonna take the white. Shove them in. I think this one's not going to turn out the best. It's just an idea, and I already think it's not looking super good, but that's okay. Alright, got the white, blow out the bubbles. All good. Alright, now I just put in this C over here. Hopefully you can see it. I just put a layer on the bottom, and we're going to take what's left over this white and add it on top. There we go. Shove that pink, and then we're going to do just a light layer clear on the top with what I've got left over from this other one. Just to fill it up, make it full. Okay, so now what I think I want to do is on a different one, I think I want to do a full bottom layer of sprinkles. So it's gonna have a lot. We're gonna do that on this J over here. All right, and then I'm gonna take the clear over top of this guy. This one might not cure properly since they're on the bottom. It might end up with some holes. I don't think I'd be surprised, but we're gonna try it anyways. Experimenting, like I said, and then we're going to take this and put it over the top of this J, over the C, and then we'll see how they turn out. So I've got a pretty good amount left. I think that's enough experimenting because I honestly don't have any more ideas on this. So I think I'm just going to probably do some random things. So I'm gonna probably just take this glitter and pour this into one. Okay, so over here we've got the I, we've got the C, we've got the A, the J, the L, and then this S and T. I'm not super optimistic for how these are gonna turn out if I'm being completely honest. I have the idea in my head, but I don't know how they're gonna execute. But that's why we're practicing. So we're gonna let these set for about 24 hours and then we will demold them tomorrow and see how they turned out. Okay, so it's the next day and it's been about 24 hours, so we're gonna go ahead, excuse me, and pull them out. I'm not feeling too optimistic, but we're gonna see. So let's start with the first one, which is this A. You know, honestly, it's not terrible. I need to clean up the edges, obviously. It's not terrible, but it's not exactly what I had in mind. I don't know what I had in mind, but this looks not bad. Let's look at this J. Now, some of these did bubble, unfortunately, so I'm not really sure why that happened, but here's the J. So I think I like the look of more, because here's the J. That looks good. So let's take out the L, see what the L looks like. Yeah, I definitely like the look of more. That looks pretty cool. Like I said, I need to still clean the edges off and make it look a little better. Let's see how the ones with the white did. So here's the I. That looks like garbage, so that's gonna go in the trash. And I don't know, honestly, I'm not even sure if it's because there's a ton of the white sprinkles. Oh, go in focus. There we go. But honestly, that just looks muddy and icky. So, note to self, none of that. So let's see how the C looks. Yeah, I think the white just looks kind of muddy. Maybe I'll try to see again and do like more of them. That might be okay, but this one just is meh. And then we'll take out the glittery ones I did. So here's the S, which looks really pretty. I like how that looks. Sorry about the Roomba, but I need to clean this up. The S looks really good. And then let's go ahead and take this T out. Oh yeah, the T looks good as well. See if it'll focus. There we go. So those look good, but that is normally the process I'll do with these before, and then I'll show you me, actually no, probably not going to show you me doing the chains, but one thing I do like to do is add a, like, another clear layer over this once this is set, just to help it, mold a little bit better, or not mold, but like hold a little bit better. Sorry about the vacuum in the background, but those are my little keychains. All right, here is a close-up. So here's the T, the little S looks pretty good. Then here's the garbage I, the J looks good. I want to retry at this one, but there they are. Alrighty guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.